I would say that Ignorance was a huge turning point for our band, at least through my eyes, because I think it's no secret that we've been through a lot over the past 2 years, and it's been everywhere. It's been in Kerrang. It's been in every magazine possible, and people have been speculating, like, what is it? What's going on? Like, no one really knows, but when the truth of it is that, like, growing up is not easy, and we're 5 completely different people that have to work, like, towards the same goal on a daily basis, and it got really difficult, and I felt like, there was a lot of times where I felt really alone, and there was a lot of times where I felt very angry and insecure, and this is my way of, like, I don't really feel like I'm always good at just confronting people, especially people that I love and I'm really close to, like these guys, and this was a way for me to, like, say what was on my mind, and then for them to come back and say what was on their mind. Sometimes I think it takes songs, especially for me, and so this song was a big turning point for us in healing and, like, getting better. I mean, like, and obviously, like, this song is from one person's perspective. Everyone's got, like, a different take on the whole situation, and, like, I think it's kind of unfair that I get to be the one to talk about it, but at the same time, it helped me a lot, and that line was really strong for me, because I felt like I was kind of losing people, and I know that they felt the same way too, and the point being is that that's okay, because it's all, like, growing up, and obviously we're still here and we're great, and I don't know, I love that song. It helped me a lot.
Yeah. So you don't need a kind of Metallica performance coach just yet?
No. Similar idea, but not the same situation exactly. People that sort of self-righteous people and judgment, and me feeling sort of the blow of that, and I think, obviously the main line in the chorus is, oh my gosh, I just forgot it.
Is it about if you point the finger and just have to bend it back and break it off? Can I be in the band now?
Yes, definitely. The whole chorus is really sums up the whole idea of the song. Like, people that point fingers, place blame, like, should look at themselves first, and figure out if it's, maybe put yourself in the other person's shoes. That's something that I've dealt with on many levels, not even, like, over the past few years in our band, but just in life. Mm-hmm. And I think for people our age, it's a constant struggle, feeling like they have to maybe fit in, or feeling judged, and just wanting to tell someone, like, look at your own life, like, look at yourself before you're pointing out my flaws and my mistakes. I'll just say it's about people that that cover up their reality with sort of frills, and try to make it out like, I don't know, not living in real life, like, just sort of, it's this fantasy world that doesn't really exist, which I think it's one thing to have goals and to have dreams and reach for the stars, but, like, it's another thing when you never really know where you're standing, or where you're from, or what, like, the real world around you. Like, I think that people can be hurt by that. It's sort of the first time I've been able to write, like, a real love song, and Josh brought me the music, and I thought it was so beautiful, and I don't know kind of where I was in my head the day that I heard it, but, like, it was so, it just really hit me, and it was really short. Josh and I wanted to have, like, a little, like, we really wanted to write an interlude that was just acoustic guitar and vocals, and just have, like, a 2-minute sort of slower departure, really, from the other songs. And when I wrote the lyrics and then came back and sang it to him and then to some of the guys, like, we just decided that it should be a full song, because, like, it really was starting to really mean something. And I don't know. I've never written lyrics like this before. It was kind of embarrassing.
Seems to be very personal.
It is. Yeah, it is very personal. I remember showing it to my mom, and my mom being like, "Whoa," because like the first verse is about kind of where I think the fear originated in me, like the fear to sort of like just be open or vulnerable or something like that. You know, everyone knows, like from the first story that was written about us in Kerrang, like personal family issues and like domestic whatever has been something that kind of stayed with me and that I've learned from, and in some cases it wasn't always a good learning, you know, sometimes it kind of hindered me, and this is me sort of putting it all out there and trying to break out of it. And I think the music turned out ridiculous. Like, I love it. I love what everyone did to it. It's awesome. I'm glad it's a full song now.
Yeah. Has your mother had a chance to hear the song?
Yeah, she did, and she was like...
Thumbs up?
Yeah, thumbs up, but she definitely, like, there were tears, and I was like, oh my gosh. It was kind of embarrassing. Like, right. Turn It Off is... Wasn't that, like, one of the first ones that Josh sent me a GarageBand demo of the music, and, like, even when it was just acoustic guitar, it was, like, really cool. It had this really cool vibe to it, and I think I had, like, these old lyrics in my sidekick, and when I came to band practice and everyone was playing it, it must have just been sort of the first thing that came out of my mouth, like, as I was reading and singing along, and everyone was like, that, like, keep doing that, and we all just kind of kept building the song. But it's about everyone knows, like, what we believe in, like, our personal faith and our choice to believe in Jesus, and I think that it's a struggle in the real world to do that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, sometimes you want to kind of give up, and especially me personally, like, some of the things that we've been through as a band and that I've been through personally in the last few years, I was like, wouldn't it just be easier to not have faith, like, to not believe in anything and just kind of see myself as alone and work at it that way? Like, you know, sometimes it sounds like a good idea, you know, even now, like, I don't think it's something that anyone ever gets over. Like, it's, every once in a while you're just like, let's just give it all up and see how it goes from there, just jump. But, I don't know, I think it's also a hopeful lyric about finding yourself at the bottom and just knowing that the only way you have is to look up now, you know, and you can't get any worse when you're at the very bottom.
Yeah.
I guess, like, it's sort of, especially for us, we're in this situation where we're all really young, and a lot of people our age are still figuring out, like, what they want. But then we have one other song that's similar to this lyrically, but it's hard to be the people that are sort of it's hard being the ones that are going out and doing something a little different than other people our age, and coming back, and you're finding some of your friends are, like, you know, going to college, whatever. Some friends are just, like, sitting around, like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then it's also a case of, like, you know, sort of where Brick by Boring Brick stem from, where people are just kind of expecting things to fall into their lap, and you have to really go out there. You have to, like, to be happy, I think you have to take risks, and you have to go out and find what you like and what you want. And I don't know, like, for me personally, like, I lived at least in my head, I lived in this place where, you know, for a while, even when our band started to become successful, where I just felt kind of like I needed to follow this way or this way, and I needed to kind of do what everyone else was doing in order to, like, just make things easier. And and that might have worked for other people, like, but for me, like, I really needed to figure out what I wanted and what I loved, and that's a struggle, and it's constant, and it's okay.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck with finishing the last bits and pieces of the album, and we look forward to hearing it in September.
Thanks.
Thanks.